Okay, everyone. Fangirl by Rainbow or Rowell, or I don't know how to pronounce it. I am just going to start off with the straight truth of my opinion and say that I did not like this book. I know, I'm sorry. I know there's just a whole bunch of fangirl fans out there, but I am sorry. I just couldn't like this book, and I don't understand why. Okay. Before that, let me tell you guys what this is about for those of you who don't know. This book is about a girl named Kath who writes fan fiction on a story that I believe is called Simon Snow. I know that's the main character. I don't know if that's what it's called, but I mean, I did know, but I forgot. Anyway, Kath writes a whole bunch of fan fiction online, and her story is just a phenomenon, like, she has so many fans, she dedicates so much time into writing this, and she's just a really good writer. And throughout the book, you could actually read her fan fiction. There's a couple pages and stuff that has a bunch of it, and I am just going to be honest with you, I skipped over all of it. I mean, in the beginning I would read it, but after that I just was not into her fan fiction, and I probably did not officially read this whole book because I skipped over the fan fiction. But I just couldn't, like, the only reason why I picked up this book to begin with is because I knew that I had a lot of good reviews, on Goodreads and YouTube videos and stuff like that. So I was like, okay, cool. I got a Barnes & Noble gift card for Christmas, and I picked up this book, and I was excited to read it. And when I started reading it, I was like, what is this? I just didn't get into it. I felt that it dragged. I felt that it was really boring. I felt that it didn't have that much of a climax to it. I felt that a lot of stuff was just repeating. I don't want to spoil it for you guys, but yeah, it takes place at Kath's university, sometimes at her home, and she just meets these people, and conflict does start to happen. She has a twin sister named Ren, which conflict happens with her too. But I just didn't think it was all that interesting. Like, there were some parts where I would read and I'd be like, oh, what's gonna happen next? And I would want to turn the page and see what happened, but I feel like that's it. Like, I didn't want to keep reading on to the next chapter. Like, I was at about like 20 pages, and I was just like, oh, like, really? Like, what else is gonna happen? Like, when is it gonna get to the good part? And then I read on to like 50 pages, 100 pages, 150 pages, and nothing was happening, nothing interesting that caught my attention or made me believe, like, wow, this story is amazing, and I couldn't stop reading it now because I had invested so much time in it, and I was like, I need to finish it. Like, what if the best part is at the end, and it wasn't. Anyways, I know a lot of you do have love for this book because I remember looking at all these awesome reviews, and I think that is what disappointed me the most, was that I didn't find a negative review. It's just for those who have not read it, and I hope it doesn't disappoint you. I mean, I hope that you guys are one of those who love Fangirl. I wasn't one of them, and, oh well, there's better books out there for me. But one more thing, this book actually did remind me of this book called Eliza and Her Monsters, which was this one right here. This story is also about fan fiction, and I will probably make a video on it, but it reminded me so much, and Eliza and Her Monsters is amazing. I would recommend that one. It's one of my favorite books. But we're not talking about that one right now, sadly. And so yeah, there it is, Fangirl. Bye everyone.